Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chris, nice to see you. I'm actually set up in my spare room. That's my roommate's desk, and as you can see I have my astrology little thing behind me. If you hear the pitter patter of feet, it's my dogs, and I am going to be doing my readings a little bit different today. I'm actually going to separate them between earth, fire, air, and water signs. These are the September astrology readings, however, they're not specified just for the month of September. And I am going to start with the earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So, Taurus. Now, what I'm going to do, just so you know, while I'm shuffling the deck, I'm going to also explain to you how I read Oracle/Tarot decks, because a lot of people don't understand that I'm not a tarot taught reader. I am not a psychic. I am a medium, spirit medium. I don't really care for the term psychic, even though I have abilities. And the cards that I use each time are different for each reading. So I want to share with you the cards I'm going to be using for the earth signs. So a lot of people use these on YouTube, the animal deck, which has all the different animal signs, and I read by symbolism, not by the actual book that comes with the deck, so just so you know that. I'm also going to be using the Tree of Life, which is one of my favorites. One of the oldest decks that I have, the second to oldest, is the Dragon Fae deck. And new to my channel, and obviously for adults only, I'm randomly going to pull, when I feel compelled to do so, one from the Fuck It deck, because that's how I roll. I cuss a little bit, so if you don't like swearing or honesty or bluntness, this is not the channel for you. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. As I shuffle the Dragon Fae deck, I want to let you all know that I am a spirit medium, I guess, or seer, or psychopomp. Let's see. I often get signs from spirit and also ancestors and people from the other side. The angels, whatever you want to call them. And my readings are not specifically time sensitive unless I specifically tell you, as well as not gender specific. I usually say male or female energy, but that does not necessarily mean it's a male or a female, because as we all know, people can have more of a female energy about them and be male, or can be female and more male. So I hope that makes sense. So we're going to do, I think I said Taurus first, right? Yeah, we're going to do Taurus first, and then Virgo, and then Capricorn. So Taurus, we are going to pull some cards from the Dragon Fae deck. I do have another cam set up because I've been streaming on Twitch. If you're not aware of it, if you're interested, go to twitch.tv/parley_de_spirit. I do streams there on Wednesday nights, 7:30 to 8, between 7:30 and 8 p.m. Central Time it starts. I usually stream till at least 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and then on Sundays, noon Central Time. Occasionally I will throw in a Friday or Saturday night as a bonus, but right now it's just those 2 days. And I do mini free readings, and then we talk about different subjects such as astral travel, the Akash record, paranormal subjects, all kinds of subjects. The distance Reiki that I do, and different things like that. So if you're interested, go check me out there and follow me. I think I have 104 followers right now, so, and I just made affiliate, so I'd love to see you there. If you become a sub of my Twitch channel, eventually when I get enough subs, Sundays will be sub only day, which will be specifically for my subs, and they will get a specific bonus for being that. So, and I'll explain that once I get enough subs. So Taurus, let's see what we have for you. Nothing fell out, so I'm going to lay out 5 cards for you. Let's see what's going on with you. Wow. We got some serious stuff. And I hope the music's not too loud. And I will show you the cards as I go through them. That is Wednesday, who is below me. She's sitting by my feet. She wants me to pick her up. She doesn't understand that I'm talking to the camera and not to an actual person. Go sit down in your bed, baby. Good girl. Alright, so now I've laid out the 5 cards from the Dragonfey deck, and I am going to pull 2 cards from the Animal deck. And the first card fell out, so I'm going to take that card and do a second card. Don't mind the mess behind me. The office is actually not too messy. That's my roommate's side. That's my stuff. I just noticed the tapestry behind me is crooked. Guess I need to fix that, right? So we're going to pull out a second card. Oh, nice. That's the first time I've gotten that in this deck on a reading that's live. I mean, not live, but recorded. I've gotten it once when I did a reading with somebody that I recorded for, like, to send to them. Alright, so Taurus. It looks like you have either just recently met someone or you're about to meet someone. I don't feel like you've been with this person for a long period of time. I would say maybe 3 months, if that. The Lover's card. It's an unexpected meeting between you and this person. If you have met them in the last 3 months, if you have not met this person and you are single, so I am talking to single Tauruses out there, you will be meeting this person. Let's see, we're in September. I'd say by mid-November if you haven't met them already. This is going to be like that experience where it's undeniable. And what I mean by that is you're not looking for a relationship, or it feels like you're just shocked by the connection that you have with this person. And yeah, and you know, if you already met this person already in the last 3 months, I think you're still in denial of this person and what you guys, the connection that you have, the energy that's between the two of you. I feel like you have trust issues a little bit, Taurus. So it's kind of unsettling for you because if you've been single for a while, like I was before I met my other half, before I met this person that I recently met. My hair keeps falling out. I'm sorry. My hair is getting longer and longer. It's like that unexpected feeling, and it can be scary at times, right? So, but then on top of that, I feel like this is not a pregnancy card, just so you know, because it does show a pregnant person, but it says divine union, which is also, when you have that laid out with this card, it's just clarification for you, Taurus, that this is definitely something that you want to pay attention to, because this person is not just anybody. It's not just a you know how when people say you meet somebody and you have that lust feeling, but then it goes away shortly thereafter? This is not that. This is actually long term. This is like life partnership. So you need to take it seriously. Don't get freaked out. This person is definitely somebody who's going to stay around, who is loyal, who I feel like the person has very good qualities. The two of you mesh very well. You do have differences, but not, you're going to be surprised, even though I don't think their sign is very compatible with yours, but you're going to notice that you guys are very compatible as a couple. The more you get to know this person, it's just going to be that undenying connection. Also, too, this is the person. This is the significant person that you meet. This is the card for this person. This is the good listener. It's the sacred silence. It's actually a person who comes off as kind of shy at first, which they're comparing it to me, which I think is funny that my spirit guides think that they need to share with you all that I'm like this. But it's true. When I meet people, I'm extremely shy at first. The only people that I'm very open with or laugh with or joke with or sincere with are people I'm quite comfortable with. I'm reserved and shy with people that I'm not comfortable with, or maybe put off some kind of negative energy or whatever because of my abilities. So if I'm one of those people that welcomes you and becomes friendly with you and goofs around with you, then you know that I'm comfortable with you because you're a genuine person. But when someone's not genuine, when someone is fake or when someone doesn't have a moral fiber like I do, and I'm not trying to be like a goody two-shoes, but when someone genuinely has not a good quality about them, I tend to, I'm reserved with them. I hold back a little bit. Plus, I have trust issues with some people. Not all people, but that's from my past. And I think this person shows, the person that you meet, if you haven't met them already, puts off that energy that I do, where they're shy, reserved, but silly to an extent, like I am. But you're going to have to, like, poke through that thick skin of this person, like with me in my relationship. It's not easy for me to open up with someone, especially on a relationship level. So if I do that with somebody, then I must genuinely care about them or love them, or so this is the same with this person. I feel like this person is also a Cancer like myself. That's what I'm being shown. I don't know a lot about astrology signs and compatibility, because I'm not taught in that. I just do readings, and I know a lot of times they say certain signs are not compatible. I think that's bullshit. I think a lot of signs get bad raps about that. I think Taurus and Cancer in this situation, I don't know if they're compatible or not, but I think this is a good relationship. Now, I also see Taurus in your life. You have somebody, this card is usually a negative card when I get it in readings. However, it's not always negative. It is the look beneath the surface card, which usually is my sheep in wolf's clothing card. That's usually a warning sign for somebody about somebody being deceitful. However, with the combination of the cards that I laid out for you, this has to do with this person. The same thing I just said to you, the surface. So it's just telling you, look beneath the surface. This card is not a negative card with the way it's laid out. It's actually talking about the person that you meet, that you're going to have to really show you you're trustworthy with this person, and the mask will come off. They don't have the mask. See, she has the face too, right? Like me. I hide behind I do. I mean, this is definitely like me. This person has definite energy of a Cancer. But once you get past the shell, the hard shell of the Cancer, and you earn their trust, we're very loyal and loving and just a very overall stable person when it comes to friendships or relationships. We're extremely loyal. And a lot of times Cancers are loyal to a fault. They stay with people way too long. I know I did my first really long relationship marriage. I stayed way too long because it's that whole work on things, old school thing, So yeah, this person. Now the other card, the last card in the Dragon Fae deck for you is the Dream Catcher. And this card is dreaming your wisdom. So this card in conjunction with all the other cards for you, Taurus, means what's going to happen is, if you haven't already met this person, or if you have met this person, either way, when you meet this person, if this hasn't already happened, this is going to open up, how do I say this, creativity in you. What I mean by that is, a lot of times when people come into your life who are meant to be in your life, they tend to make you, the relationship, the combination of the two, it brings out the best in each person. That's what I'm trying to get at. So this person's going to bring out, this card is the creativity card. This is the possibilities card. This is the, if you were thinking of becoming a writer, or you wanted to be an artist. Let's say, I keep seeing like a sketch pad, and colored pencils, but you just play around with it. However, you're extremely good at it. And so I feel like when you meet this person and it gets further into the relationship, they encourage you to follow that little side thing that you do, to maybe make a little money on the side doing some kind of artistic thing. That's what this card is. This is the creativity card. And it's true, when you meet the right person, it does bring out the best and the worst in you. I mean, it's just one of those things. Now, the animal card that fell out is the lamb. This is actually your person. I get this card a lot. There's a reader that I follow on YouTube that does Cancer, and she's the only one out of all the readers that I follow on YouTube that's very accurate when it comes to me. The lamb is always the card usually that falls out about me, because I wear my heart on my sleeve, right? Once you get to know me. Same with this person. So she's the lamb, or he's the lamb. Okay? Now the oyster came out, which is you, Taurus. The hard shell, but once you crack it, you're like the crab, the Cancer. You both, like I said in the beginning, you have similarities but not similarities. So just because people say that certain signs are not compatible with each other, I think it's a crock of shit, because I think if the two people that meet together are actually willing to do the work and willing to be together, and that connection is that strong, there should be nothing wrong with them being together. I think a lot of the signs get a lot of really a bad rap when it comes to that crap. And not to be negative, but it's just, I think the astrology is, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, not all certain signs are certain ways just because people say they are, right? So now, that was you, Taurus. The next one is going to be Virgo. I'm putting the cards back in the deck so I could shuffle them. And while I'm shuffling, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things coming up for me, if you guys are interested in following me. I'm going to post the links below. I'm actually creating a Patreon page. It's been in the works for a while. However, I'm saving some content for it, so I probably will start accepting subscribers to my Patreon starting in October. I have all the tiers set up. I just have to do some more excuse me, videos and post them on there. So if you're interested in following me or supporting me on Patreon, which is on a donation basis, and you get something for each tier that you do, I'm actually going to have, I think, 5 tiers on there, maybe 6. I have quite a few clients that get readings from me once a year or twice a year that actually wanted to do that, where they can get once a month readings. And so the tiers, each tier will have a different type of reading offered to you. So you donate the money towards my artistic talent, and then that money goes towards the channel. I'm actually, between the Twitch and donations through here, and then with Patreon, the money's all going to go for a desktop computer, because I really need one and a camera. So I'm shuffling the animal deck, and like I said, I wanted to talk a little bit about the channel. So posted below, you will have my Twitch link, my social media, which I have an Instagram. Facebook, I don't really go on much anymore. However, if you need to contact me, you can contact me at my Gmail, which I'll post below for private readings. I do try to post the link on YouTube privately for you if you do schedule a private reading. However, a lot of people have been having issues with it, so I created a Dropbox. So if you are interested in a reading, just email me and let me know. I'm offering some specials for the month of September, pretty reasonable. I will post the Patreon link below, so you can follow me on there, and then when it posts live, you can go and check it out when that happens, which I'll probably do it the last week of September, I'm thinking. What else? Twitch on Wednesdays and Sundays. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. Oh, and I have Twitter as well, but people follow me more on Instagram. I hope that music's not too loud for you guys. Okay, Virgo. One of the animal cards fell out already for you, Virgo. It's beautiful, too, the card. I love this card. I've only gotten it a few times. We're going to pull the second card for you, and then we will pull the Dragon Fate cards. Alright, so. You know what? I think I'm going to do the Tree of Life cards for you guys. Alright, so we're going to switch it up a little bit. This is the Tree of Life cards. They're a little bigger than the Dragon Fate card deck, and they're a little slippery, but we'll get there. Let's see what we have for you. My Virgos. I also will list below, I have a fan I can't even think today, right? I'm so slow today. I need more coffee. I have a P.O. box now that I went and got for fans who want to send donations, gifts, cards, whatever you want to send. I already got something through my P.O. box, which is pretty cool. So if you're interested in that, I'll post that below. I also have an Amazon wish list. If anybody is interested in donating through there, I actually have cards, Oracle and Tarot cards on there, and some other stuff for streaming on there. If you feel, if you want to do something like that, feel free to. No obligation at all to do that. I just figured I'd offer this and let you know. And then I also have my PayPal donation if you want to donate to these readings that I do here on my YouTube channel, since I take time on my day to do these readings. So let's see what we have for you, my amazing people. All right, so the animal cards I'm going to put up here in the corner. We're going to do 5 cards again. Ah, I love this deck. Wait till you see this deck. This deck is beautiful too. I go between the two of them just because they're just, this one's extremely, extremely artistic. All right, let's see what we have. Let me look at the cards for a minute. All right, so we have the alchemy card, formation, center, patterns, and influence. Wow. And the butterfly and lizard cards. So first, let me say, whoever you are, Virgo, whatever Virgos I'm talking to today, whoever you are, you're extremely on the spiritual path like myself. You are going through an awakening of some sort, or have gone through an awakening. You have a different mindset. You're very open-minded. That's what this card, the alchemy, with the combination of the formation card. This is usually a person who's extremely grounded, learning how to deal with their empathy, emotions, their abilities of some sort. Very intuitive person. This card here, the formation, is putting things to fruition, meaning not just saying, hey, I'm an empath and that's it. You give back and you put things forward. What I mean is you pay it forward, right? So you stand behind your empathy. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there's a lot of people that have slight empathy, but they never give back, or they never pay it forward. They're very judgmental or ignorant about that kind of stuff. When you, because you're this way, you don't even think about it. You just do it. And a lot of people can't do that nowadays. You know, like they see somebody and they see a homeless person, or they see somebody panhandling, and they immediately think negative thoughts because there's so many negative people out there who are faking it, taking your money, right? When someone who's a true empath is not going to think that. They're just going to be like, well, I have to do it because it'll make me feel better, and I'm a better person for doing it. And that's, you're doing it for a genuine reason, right? It's your truth. So this is the kind of person I feel you are. Now, I do feel that you're going through this. You have been going through it for the last year or so, or maybe even longer, and didn't even know it. And Spirit's telling me to tell you to make sure that you, if you don't meditate, pray, whatever it is that you do, you need to do more of. And I'm guilty of this. I need to ground more. I had a very emotional day today. Like really, really bad. It's my empathy and some insecurities I'm going through. And it has nothing to do with anyone in my life. It has to do with me personally. And I was projecting it on a situation, and that's wrong of me. So it's therapeutic to take salt baths, to ground yourself. I sage, which there's some sage over there burning, or was burning. Sorry, the dog's barking because he hears a noise outside. So they're telling me to tell you to ground or center more, right? To either meditate, take baths, something to that effect. Sorry. He's barking because he hears people right outside my window. So make sure that if you're a meditator, like if you meditate, to meditate more. If you pray more, or ground yourself, burn sage, go outside and put your feet in the ground, go to the beach. The beach is huge for me. I haven't been in a while because it's like an hour, I want to say like an hour and a half away, like a really long drive. And I just don't go as often as I should. I was actually considering, even though I have a live feed tomorrow on Twitch, I was considering going tomorrow, but I actually think next Saturday I'm going to go by myself with the dogs. Just me and the 2 dogs, if they'll be able to sit in the car for that long. Sometimes my little rat terrier who's barking over there, she won't sit very long in the car. So yes, that's what it's telling me. Now the patterns is something of you going back and forth. So I'm wondering if you come from a religious background or a different background, or you have friends around you who aren't as spiritual as you. So you have different patterns, like programming in your brain, where you start to feel the spiritual part of you, but then you kind of doubt it a little bit and you go back and forth. That's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. The more you get comfortable with whatever path you follow, and the things that you do, and the empathy and all that, you'll get more comfortable in your own skin. It's just the stuff that we're programmed with in our lives, right? And don't let other people influence you in a negative way. This is the influence card. Do you see this woman? She has the beautiful, beautiful bird, and this is definitely a card of comfort and caring and influence. By you doing your good deeds and being the person you are, you influence others to do the same. And that's what I said in the beginning of this reading. Don't ever let anyone tell you how to treat people, or to like the peer pressure thing, right? Like the bully thing, you know how in school, you know, everybody followed the bully. I mean, you know, I didn't, but I'm saying, you know how people are. This is saying don't let the negative people influence you, but let the good people influence you. It's a beautiful card. I love it. She has her third eye and the moon cycles. I just love this card for so many reasons. And then you can't really see her, but she's looking at the world globe, which is a colored globe. And there's just so much in here. The heart on the dove. So much symbolism in this card. This is one of my favorite cards. Now the animal cards that came out for you, my amazing Virgo, is the butterfly and the lizard. Now these cards are both for you. You are one of those people who's introvert with extrovert tendencies. However, you are like the lizard. You have a very tough skin. Like a very tough skin. This is the extrovert part of you. Every once in a while you let this butterfly out, right? But since you've been embracing the spiritual part, the empathy part, you've been letting the extrovert part of you out a little bit more than you usually do. But every once in a while you come back to this introvert, I put it upside down. The introvert card, which is the lizard, the tough skin. It takes a lot for someone to get that part of you. And once they do, though, you're very comfortable with those people. And you only have a handful of close friends, which is usually what happens with introverts/extroverts. I'm more of an introvert, but I have extrovert tendencies only because I have to be an extrovert, because I have a full-time job during the week. And if I stay in that introvert mood, I get very grumpy. So I have to meditate all the time and listen to music. So yeah, so I hope that this reading was good for you, Virgo. And the last earth sign that I'm going to do is Capricorn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the deck and talk a little bit again. Now Capricorn, this reading is not date specific, obviously, like I said in the beginning of the video. Unless Spirit gives me specific dates or times to give you. They are not male or female sensitive. It's just I do male or female energies. I don't do genders. I think I'm going to use a different deck for you. Let's see. I think the deck I might use for you, I don't know why I'm being drawn to this deck, but let me pull it out and show you. I have my decks sitting right next to me. I pulled them out the other day, and I'm trying not to drop them everywhere. So this is the newest deck. Give me 1 second. Actually, it's older deck. I shouldn't say newer deck. I was going to use the Madam's deck, but I'm going to use this Cosmic deck. I'm going to show it to you. It's actually pretty cool. I haven't used this deck in a really long time, but for some reason, Capricorn, I'm being drawn to use it for you. So, there we go. Smaller deck. It's more on the avenue of Rider-Waite kind of style deck, which is not my favorite deck. I know a lot of people start with the Rider-Waite deck. I did not like that deck when I first started playing around with tarot/oracle cards. Just not my thing. I do have a couple of decks that are similar to it that I don't mind, but I'm more of an artistic symbolism just because that's how I read. I'm not tarot taught. So let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. And like I said, it's not September specific. It's just could be stuff already happened or in the future. It's just that I'm doing the readings in September, in the month of September. So let's see what we have for you. I'm going to pull 5 cards, and then I'll show them to the camera. I don't do the whole reverse thing, so just so you know. Wow, these cards are crazy. I forgot how cool these cards are. They're very jester-esque. Is that a word? Like jester, medieval, you know, like when the jester used to come in and make the king laugh. That kind of look. I don't know. I think that's funny. I was going to do the animal card for you, but I think what I might do for you is pull one of the magic cards for you. I don't know why I feel like that, Capricorn. This is the deck. It was gifted to me by my amazing friend Amy. It's called the Making Magic deck. And when I'm done reading these 5 cards, I will pull 1 or 2 from this deck and read it to you. So, the Page of Pentacles. Let's show this to you. I feel like there's something legal going on, Capricorn, in your life that has to do with money. Maybe a inheritance left to you, or it's about to be left to you. And so this is money, monetary money. This is money that's going to be given to you that was unexpected. I don't know if there was this. I want to say there was. I don't want to say somebody. I feel like somebody died, but I feel like it's been sitting for a while. Like it's not a recent death. It's a while ago, and no one knew that this person had money set aside for people because of some legality. I don't know if it's the person died, was married, and like they had to go through that whole thing first before they start releasing money to people on the will. It's like really a lot of legality. I see legal papers. I see a judge. I see all kinds of, I'm trying to get it to focus, all kinds of legal stuff going on. So this could have happened a long time ago. A lot of times it gets hung up in probate or family court or whatever they call that, because it's a civil matter, I think. I don't know a lot about law, but that's what I'm being shown. I'm showing the gavel. And then the Fool card. This is interesting. So there's someone in your life, Capricorn, that I think this just happened recently, who was not sincere, and you really were shocked. Like I can see this look on your face, like you were shocked. Whichever Capricorns I'm talking to, because I feel like there's like at least 5 of you who've recently went through this with this whole craziness of this energy recently, where you were put back by this person's actions because you didn't think they were the way they are. And what I think it is, what I keep being shown, is that a group of you would go out to dinner and you all have girlfriends or wives or husbands, whatever, partners, and this person showed their true colors around you, and they're cheating, or they are doing something like you would consider extremely morally wrong. And so it troubled you and several people in the group. And so, yeah, you're kind of like distancing yourself from this person because it's not your bag. Like, you're not judging them, hey, if that's what they want to do, but it's almost like you look at them differently now because, you know, the trust issue. That's how I am with people. I kind of pull myself back and go, well, if this person can do this to somebody, like, do I really want to be associated with them? Not that I'm judging them if that's their choice in their life, but do I want to put myself in that predicament? I hope that makes sense. Then we get this beautiful Page of Wands, which is actually you and your relationship, Capricorn. I feel like if you've had a long-term relationship and you're not married, I feel like something's about to happen. Something's about to shift in the relationship. A possible long engagement or moving in together. Something significant in the relationship. I don't feel like the Capricorns I'm talking to right now are married. So, and then obviously right next to that card is the Lover's card. So if this is somebody who is not, if this is a Capricorn watching right now that's single, you're not going to be single for long because this person's coming in strong. If they haven't come in already, this person will be, if you haven't met them in the last 2 months, they're telling me by December, before Christmas, that this person's going to like crash into your world. That's exactly what they're saying, crash. Which to me is they're showing me a very... they're showing me extremely animated person, whether they're male or female. They're showing me like the clown. That's what they're showing me. Like the jester stuff that's in this card. They're showing me. And then the Queen of Swords, which I think is you, even if you're a male. This is that strong energy. This is that stubbornness. This is the pushing forward all the time and never slowing down. And the universe is saying, slow down a little bit, Capricorn. Slow down. Things will happen when they're meant to happen. Slow down a little bit. I tend to get that way as well. I'm stubborn and I want everything now. And I need to live in the moment. And it's very hard to learn that once you're used to not living in the moment. Like looking ahead. But that has a lot to do with my abilities and being able to see ahead sometimes. Makes me feel like I'm 20 steps ahead of people. So that's what this is, the slow down card. Now the magic deck is really small. It's like this big. It's beautiful. And they're slippery. So I'm going to pull 2 of these cards for you. And we'll see what they say. Oh, these are beautiful cards too. Alright, the first card and then the second card. We'll pull from the bottom. The dog is sitting by my feet. She's like, I don't know who you were talking to, Mom. Alright, the first card is Prosperity. That's a pretty cool card to get. A prosperous business with riches and success. So maybe with this money that you're going to come into, you're going to decide to do something that's going to cause this. You're going to put more money into something so that you can gain it back. You're going to invest it into something that you think is going to be successful, which it will be successful. And then the Labyrinth card, which is a cool card. It's transition to a higher level of being, raising your energy and vibration, enlightenment. And this card actually, I think, has to do with the lover card, the relationship card of this person that you're going to meet. I think the person that you're going to meet is going to be extremely open-minded and maybe not. They're showing me an old school saying, not usually your cup of tea is what they're saying, which means usually this person that you meet, if you haven't met them already, is not usually the type of person that you're attracted to normally. And so that's kind of throwing you off. You're kind of like, wait, what? But no, this person is not everybody. Like, we're not all the same, right? It doesn't mean that, you know, you can't be attracted to someone who's different. It happens. It's not everybody's the same, right? So, in the ending of this video, I want to say, I do hope that Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, the earth signs, really enjoyed these readings. I hope that they have resonated with you. Like I said, it's not time sensitive, so it doesn't necessarily mean that these readings are meant for September. I'm just doing them in September. I have disabled the comments on my videos due to negative things. So if you're interested in contacting me for anything in regards to readings, my reading email is below. It's a Gmail, parledespirit@gmail.com. Also my Amazon, my Patreon page, my Twitch, and my social media contact information is below, as well as my newly set up fan P.O. box if you're interested. And I hope you all have a great rest of your month. And we will see you back here probably the end of September for the October readings. And I hope to see you then. Bye! Thank you for the amazing support.